Oh, hello, Christina.
Hi, Marina. Nice to see you.
Yes, very happy to have you here for the interview. So, Christina Braun is the founder of Maison Marron et Amis. I
Yeah.
don't know if I pronounce it well, but it's like kind of English and French. And it's a ready-to-wear brand for women in move, I would say, but for women, the wardrobe who adapts to women life, right? Maybe you can talk better about your brand and the concept, right?
Oh, I think you did it quite nice. Summarize it. For me, sometimes it's tough to summarize. Hello, everyone. I'm Christina. As Marina said, the founder of Maison Marot et Amis. Um, I founded a brand because I was looking for a wardrobe which is suiting all my daily life. So I have like a very multi-faced life, and I have a meeting, then I have like so I'm meeting some friends, and for every occasion on the day, I was looking for a wardrobe which is like suiting to everything,
Mhm.
every occasion. So because for me, I often face the issue. So coming from the fashion area, that my wardrobe is not suiting every occasion. So I have it for business meeting. So I have the suit, but I can't wear it when I'm dancing. So I like to dance. So I was looking like for bringing these two together. And that's why I call my collection or my brand like a hybrid between fashion and performance. So for Women on the Move is very well summarized. Yes, that's how I would describe it.
Thank you. Happy. Yes. So actually, you've launched your brand with a fashion program, right? You had already your collection almost done when you entered the program in June, last June, and then that's all. You had your collection, right? How was
Yes, so I had a collection and the idea.
an idea? Yeah.
Yes, actually, I started launching the brand with I Am Fashion. So that's also kind of found me, I Am Fashion. When I was the first in contact with you, it was in May. So the collection was already shaping, or more or less it was already done. For this, you need to know I'm coming from a fashion background, so I'm a fashion designer. So for this part, creating a collection, how to structure a collection, I was very well aware how it works. But I was looking for the other part. So not being a designer, so you need to be a marketing person, a salesman person, how to build up the salesman machine. So that's where I joined the program. And when I joined the program, I was like digitally, I had no follower. My friends were following the brand, so I was just starting in June. Yes, I joined it, and then I started from zero with the program. So and I launched the brand beginning of October, 4th of October. So I'm on the market now for more or less 3 months. And yes, so for the other part, not the fashion design part, um, I'm fashion supported me or provided me with the most necessary information to build up my brand because only having a collection, it's not a brand.
Yeah, for sure. And but still, you had a like a gorgeous idea. You had a beautiful collection, beautiful pieces, and then we needed to launch them and to present them to a wider audience, right? And so yeah, you joined in June, then you launched the collection in October, and already like in October, it was your first. We will say it's first win. We like to say it in the program. It was your first win because what was we can start with just with this first win and then we come back just to talk about what did you implement to go there, you know?
All right. I need to say the first win at all is that I launched.
Yes.
I think that's for me it's always difficult to be proud of the steps or the wins. That's also part of the program to that
So
you celebrate yourself for each small step. So I need to say it's now I have already like a past few, so it was a very successful start. So we were really expecting not a lot, like like a slow start, but I had really a good start, really like going through the sky. I don't know how you say it in English. So my first win was that I had a goal like 5Ks for the first months. I hit it a little bit on top. Then I also grow very fast on Instagram, and also my newsletter community grows. So there's a constant grow, which I also in the beginning thought it's normal, but it's not normal. Then the second month, so I expected that I have, due to it's a very good months, November and December for fashion brands or brands at all. So I thought that I can go a little bit over 5Ks. I hit more than 10Ks. And then I need to say, I launched a new drop. And then in December, it's incredible. So I thought, okay, I can hit the 10K again. So I had 18Ks. So, and that's for me already like, I had my business plan, I had my numbers, and I said, okay, if I'm close to the number I had like, I don't know what I had, around 30,000 K revenue, and I hit it with 35,000. And it's like, my bank was very happy. I was happy. I didn't expect it. So,
So yeah, you had a wonderful end of the last year with a very actually grow up very fast after your launch, gradually, but still like month after month, you get the wins after wins. And yeah, so from I would say that maybe we can a little bit go into details and to explain a little bit more what actually how we can what are the keys, what are the requirements of all this. There are a lot, we know. So maybe we can go to talk about the most important, right? For example, to make the launch, I remember you launch after 3 weeks. So usually in our fashion program, we launch with pre-launch campaign. So you did like 3 weeks of pre-launch campaign in Meta and Instagram and in your but with email marketing as well. And then you had like 1,300 subscribers in 3 weeks. It's like it's
oh,
amazing.
yes.
It was amazing.
Yes, that was like, so that's something you don't know if you don't have a reference, that it's amazing. That's something which is also the program really good for it to talk to others. So, how I started, there were a lot of things going on, and the program is really providing a lot of information, but at the time, and I'm still at that point that I can't follow the program. So there are a lot of steps when you follow them. It's really good. But for launching a brand, it's a little bit different because I came from zero. So what I started is like, yeah, 3 weeks pre-teasing of the brand launch. Um, you had like a case study which I followed, which helped me a lot. So it's building up a structure, but it's not the perfect base. So it's a structure to start, because that's also what I learned in the program. Don't be too perfectionist. So start with something. Also, it's not perfect, and then you adjust. It's something you really need to learn. You just need to start and then adjust, and try out and try out. So yes, I started with I need to say I had a very good photo shooting. So that's, I think, due to the program, was really important that you have really high-end visuals. You have a lot of behind the scenes. So what for me is really selling very well is the reels. As a video, I have so much material. So that's one thing I really would recommend everyone, that it doesn't need to be the behind the scenes. I don't put a filter on it. I just cut it. It's really raw. That's what the people like. So having a lot of good visuals,
Mhm.
launch the brand, and I'm in January and I still have material. So it's one of the key moments. So to set up really the good campaign. So I have a campaign. My campaign is like a daily routine of my customer or my client I have in mind. So and with this material, I was able, and then I have my brand concept and my audience, which I'm also very lucky. I know that I have a kind clear uh, customer, and I know how to target them. But that's also what I learned in the program. You always need to keep going and need to, um, anyway, now I go. away. So yes, I started with pre-teasing, with reels, only giving a glimpse behind the scenes. I didn't, as a fashion designer, I don't want to show too much in the beginning. Now it's changing a lot. And then, yes, I gained very fast, yeah, as you said, in 2 weeks, 1,500 email subscriber. Also, I had per day like between 50 and 100 new follower on Instagram, which is still around 50, still between now it's 20 and 30 because I target a little bit different now.
Mhm.
So the most important thing was for me, how I started was good visuals, learning how meta works, writing an angle, having the target, being not afraid to put money in meta ads and scale.
Okay.
And then another key is to be consistent in the content.
Mhm.
Also there I learned you don't need to be not having the perfect how you say feed. It's not about the perfect feed. So it's just that I figure out with KI and everything, it's really that you are showing that you are authentic and that you're not a KI. So that's what I it's already. So that's how I started.
Yeah, so actually, when you started this pre-launch, what was great with you that you had already your concept, very clear message, very clear concept, really something that could attract very fast. But then the challenge is how you go and search your target customer, and your follower on internet through all the reels and visuals. And so, do you know your client now? You think that you know better, you understand better. Of course, this is always like you told it. It's a learning process, right? We just it's always test and learn, getting feedback from the market and adjusting what you do behind.
Yeah, I think the question if I know my client, it's I think yes and no. The question is also, do I know my brand? It sounds ridiculous. Yes and no. It's also it's a constant yeah, you how to say, when you know you get it or you have it, then you failed. So you need to be always aware. So I know my customer. Um, in the beginning, it was a customer they were attracted, but they were not buying. So I needed to readjust. So not only that the visuals are speaking, because in the end you need to have customer they are buying. So there I needed to adjust. Now I have kind of a market, but I also need to say I have a bestseller, a dress which is I even didn't want to launch it. That's the crazy story at all. I was like 2 days before, okay, should we do it? I don't know. I don't feel it. And then I launched it and it's still selling really well.
And you launched it in pre-order, right? At the beginning.
Yes, it's coming in on, so it's now coming in on Monday. It's Monday. I'm like packing 100 orders.
Yeah, the first delivery on Monday,
It's
right?
the first delivery of the, and the dresses are almost sold out. So I'm starting a second batch now. So I lost the thread where we were.
Yeah, we were talking about your customer, and that actually that you are still like in the process of evolution, like mm,
Yeah, yes.
with
Uh,
your content. Yeah.
Yes, so now I have my customer, but then now I want to grow. So I need to get a new customer audience. So what I'm trying now is like playing with new audiences. Some are working, some are not working.
Mhm.
Some what really interesting is for one audience, the visual is working, the angle is not working. So you always need to try. So writing an angle, I really learned. So Inga was really tough on me. Uh, that's something which for me as a designer, the selling part.
Yeah.
So it's really, really tough because I'm not a market screamer, a marketer. So
Mhm.
I really am more the introvert and quiet one. So, but if you want to sell, you need to be really clear, really open. And that's everything like it's a process, like I know the customer now, they're buying the dress, but I want customer, they're buying also my suit, which I really love, and I think it's my favorite one. So now I'm looking for example for new audiences where my suit is selling. So there is a lot more than my dress, but right now it's the dress is the bestseller.
Okay. Yes,
So
and then so maybe we can explain an angle. What is it? An angle, right? We are talking about maybe not everybody like knows what is it. So we are talking about an angle. It's a kind of message with your text and the visuals that you include in your meta ads campaign. And actually, this it's a message of your brand. And yes, what you're telling about that. This is how we transfer what we know about brand into external sources, right? By, through text and visuals. So this is was rather tough. How we transfer, how we explain it, right?
yes, it was really tough because you need to be very sharp and you need to have a certain, I would say it attitude, because this is the first words or the first three words. There you kind of attract the customer. So I'm more a long tail person. So for me it was really really difficult to get on point. And then always when you are kind working with your own project, you are stuck in your head, but the customer don't get it if it's too complicated. So then you need to be really sharp on the call to action so that there are like things which me as a designer, it's not my nature. So I needed to learn together with the program and the advices you give to write the text, to be sharp, to be clear, to be competitive. Because in the end, I have a big I'm very lucky. I have a niche, but in the end, I have also huge competitors, and there are a lot of persons behind it. So I do everything by myself. So I need to compete because if I can have a nice brand, a nice collection, and everything is well set up, but if I don't sell, I it's not gonna work. So learning how to write angles was really tough for me, but it's really important to have like the success I have now.
Okay. Yes. So actually, yeah, go straight to the point and explain rather clearly why you. What is it about your brand? What is your brand about actually?
Yeah,
Uh,
that
okay. Um, so,
yeah.
so yeah, when you started with the program, so you also built your website. You just clear up your identity, brand identity with Iron Fashion. Then you also built your website from scratch, right?
Oh,
Uh,
yes, as I said in the beginning, I had my part, which I could do. I had the collection, I had the vision, the brand idea. But on so on the digital side or on the how to communicate to the outside, I was like not existing. I had my Instagram account uh, with like 10 followers, which were my brand that I set it up already. But with I'm Fashion, as you said, I built up my web shop, my email, my Instagram account and Meta. So that's like right now the most important tools I have. I learn how to what I need to do. There's a lot of things, practical things like yeah, like geo mapping and things like this, or having a chatbot, or what should I do, or how should I respond to the customer. There are a lot of things, or technical issues, and everything I kind of set up with, not kind of, I set up with the I'm Fashion program, yes. So which each, the program is very detailed, and then you just follow, but it's still a lot of work. So you need to, it's guidance, and then you need to decide what is important for you and what you implement. And then, of course, there's a lot of things which are not working out, but that's a day of an entrepreneur. I think you need always to adjust. So I started from zero. So
yeah.
that's
So
what I
yeah.
can say.
Okay. So actually, yeah, actually, you explained rather good. Um, what what maybe was the most challenging thing for you, and maybe the most easiest thing for you? I don't know if you can tell it like that.
Let's start with the most difficult one. That's always easier for me. The most difficult part, it's like my mental mind of state. I think that's the really the most difficult part because also you tell it, and that's also why the community is really good to hear others struggle
Mhm.
because in the beginning I had this launch, so I know how to launch a collection from the design part, and everything was set up, and then I had the launch, and then I had a huge crisis because I didn't know. So I was working too much on the launch, and I didn't know what's beyond, so I didn't have a goal. Then then I wanted to plan everything. Yeah, you can plan everything, but one of the most important things right now for me is I need to be flexible and adjustable, and I can't. Of course, I plan the collection a year beyond,
Mhm.
but for right now, it's like everything is very. I need to react very, very fast. So I need to be aware of everything and don't punish myself if something not working out. So and then November was really tough because I had the feeling my collection is not selling. You guys were telling me it takes time, and I'm a very impatient person. And then in the end, you get like the financial pressure, then you get like the insecurities, there is no sales coming, and then you just need to keep going and don't stress yourself out. And that's well, I need to say it's really, really tough. It's really on one point I wanted to give up, but then just but then I ask myself why? Because everything is working out. You just need to be patient. So and that's I think one of the biggest thing as an entrepreneur starting, you just really be aware that it's really tough, but you just keep going. So if you're positive and don't give up, so it works out. So the numbers are telling now. So, and again, I have this month, I'm just back from holidays. I have again a crisis because it's not working as I'm used to, because I have like this, we're very fast growing. And now January is very difficult for every brand or every company right now. And then what should I do? I'm getting impatient, nervous, things are not working, my meta ads are not working. So I really try to be patient. So that's one part of the big struggle. And then on the other hand, it's like, it's really a lot. It's really a lot as I'm doing everything by myself. So, yeah. And again, what is important, you always need, every day I need to figure out, I have a plan, I'm very structured, but then, okay, yesterday was a day like, I don't know, it was really a bad day. I planned everything well out and nothing worked out. So, yeah, you need to have a plan and then you need to adjust. So,
Yeah, you should be like flexible because, of course, in the life of entrepreneur, we have a lot of changes and challenges coming out each day. And as you said, I was thinking about consistency. You say that to be present for your, I don't know, for your Instagram campaign, for your communication campaign, but also to be consistent in your mindset, right? Like you to have this kind of trust to the process that yes, I am in the process. I am
yeah,
in.
yeah. And that's really important. And what is really important also to have breaks. So it's a lot. And sometimes I don't know where to start. But then again, you just need to start and then things will you will figure it out. But it's really, when I don't take good care about myself, then the brand is also not, I'm not taking good care about the brand. Um,
Yes.
yeah, so it's always like, okay, I need to work this and I want to have it better looking, but I really need a break. So that's always like the balance. So that's biggest struggle. And of course, the time is always not enough.
Okay. And maybe what was the easiest and maybe the thing where you take the most pleasure in your journey? What is it for you? Because there is not only like tough and
No, no,
challenging.
no.
There is
I'm just
also
talking.
pleasure, right? To take home.
That's a good. For me, it's easier to talk about like the pain.
Yeah, we are the humans. We are like that, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of pressure. For me, it sounds ridiculous, packing the orders. It's like I really enjoy packing the orders
Oh,
because that's for me, then it goes out and I'm waiting for the feedback and I have also some negative feedback, but I have quite good
mhm.
positive feedback. I have really joy when there is no return. So my return rate is really low. I'm also very happy at this. And then what I really like is working on concept. So now I'm already planning the new collection. So I have truly joy when I can create. So that's my nature. And it's really cool that now I have my own garments running around and people are wearing it. And yeah, but sometimes it's also just writing a nice email. So the small things, there's a customer where I had a lot of trouble. And then in the end, she's like ordering again and thanking me that the garments are so nice. So that's what I really enjoy. So yes. So,
So actually, it's it's coming from your clients even, right? It's coming from of course creation of your collection, this creative part we are here for, and also yeah, have the beautiful feedbacks from your clients that are thankful. Um, what you,
yes, and I'm also happy, when a newsletter campaign is working out. So, like this is for me, I need to say the newsletter is a big issue, but it's working, but it's not working very well. But this is not the time to adjust this, so I have other issues. But when the newsletter are working, that's because I know there's a big kind of a mess. There, I'm really happy if they're responding well, and I have some sales coming around with the newsletter. So. Yeah, there are a lot of good things. So, or
nice to know. So yeah, what are your plans for next steps?
that's a really good question. To be honest, I'm not sure because for me, of course, I want to grow, and the question is how I want to grow. So for me, it's right now the nearest goal is like stabilizing.
Yes.
So setting in place, I put a lot of things in place, but I need to rework like it's like a house. There is now sitting on a base, but I need to recheck every angle of the base if it's working where there is always improvement because as we grow very fast, I needed to install everything very quickly. So for the near future, I really want to stabilize. I want to automate, how you say it? Make everything more automatic. So there are some things I didn't implement it, so it needs a lot of handwork from me, taking a lot of time from me. So
Continue installing your system actually, right? Your
yes,
machines.
yes. So that's like the near future goal. Then it's like of course, as I said, I want to grow. I want to, for me, it's like if I'm hitting last month's 18K, I'm want to have it again. So
Yeah,
so
yes. Realize that.
uh, my goals are always like very high. And then for the vision for the brand, it's really good because right now I'm on a point where I'm considering how to proceed. So there will be drops, of course, but is it for me really the point producing all the time new? I'm considering new concepts. So
Mhm.
like how to say I want to split maybe the company that I have my best sellers like running and like keeping them, and then on the other part I want to be a little bit more conceptual.
Mhm.
So that's the point where I am. Should I be more like a ready to wear brand like I'm now, or I want to split it a little bit more, like to have it ready to wear line with best sellers and like easy going pieces, and then to be on the other hand more conceptual. For this, that's the plan.
Okay.
I have no clear vision, but this is also what I learned. I just keep going. I The collection is ready till summer. So, but also the collection as my process, it's like I'm changing every drop and adjust all the time. So now, in the beginning, that's also, I know you told me the drops were really huge.
Mhm.
And now I really made it smaller that it's easier for me to handle. And that's also, yeah, adjustment is always. And Yes.
Okay.
So
So yeah, so it's still yeah, you continue the process and a lot of adjustments to make, but yes, but I think it's you are on the good road. So it has been for like for 6 months you've entered the program, only 3 months you've launched your brand. So we are really happy to realize that you are really on the very fast growth, and now you're on the process to stabilize your sales and the processes. So yeah, I think that we will finish. And thank you very much, Christina, for your time and to share your everything very very clearly and honestly about your brand and fashion.
yeah, thank you for inviting me. It's I hope I can inspire others. Like I get inspired from all other entrepreneurs. So thank you for having me. And I think it's a really nice working with the program, and there's also community behind. It's not only the program. So we didn't talk a lot about the community.
Yes.
There, you are not alone struggling with this. That's so
Yeah,
yeah.
you have
Thank
a
you for having me. Yeah, yeah.
with pleasure. It's a good pleasure, and see you soon then.
Yeah. See you soon.